I'm going to a wedding today and it's time to refresh this crochet. If I wasn't going to a wedding, I would still wear it in this kind of bushy, wild, fluffy, messy look. But I'm going for more of a groomed look. This is, am I 3 weeks in? 3 weeks in. I haven't really been doing anything to it. And that's on purpose because I wanted to show y'all, I don't know why people think that crochet looks like it's 10 years old in 2 weeks. Like it's definitely tangled. It's definitely some tangles, but like, I mean, literally just to pull the pieces apart, when they start to cling together, it's really not that hard. And that's why I can appreciate crochet installs where the hair is non-uniform, like mixing 2 to 3 different similar patterns. You just get more of a natural look when it starts to get old. This is week 3. Everybody thinks this is my hair. Like, everybody thinks this is my actual hair. And this is what I mean when I say, I like how my crochet looks when it's about 2 to 3 weeks old, when it starts to look like a lot more lived in. Because you can't really, like, what I usually do is detangle. And by detangle, I just mean going in and separating the pieces of hair. Any pieces that I see that are like clumped together, I'll separate it with my fingers, and I'm being gentle. Whatever you do, don't do that. Because what happens is, since it's a synthetic fiber, if you pull it too hard, you might just stretch the curl right on out of it, and the curl won't bounce back because it's not human. And then I pull it apart all the way to the root. And the reason I'm doing this is because I figured if there are like little loose hairs and like little spider webs, that's what me and my clients call them. If there are little spider webs like in between the curls, why would I want to pull those down toward the ends of the hair, which I want to flow freely and look smooth? So when I get it separated, I pull it all the way apart like this toward the root, which kind of tightens the loops around the braids. And it also kind of, it kind of gives it a little bit of teasing action. And it gives volume to the roots, which also, you know, gives you more coverage. So I like to separate all of the pieces like from the bottom and pull them all the way apart to the top, almost like pretending that there was a knot up there and I'm trying to tie it tight. You want to really use the fact that the hair does cling together and it does tangle. You want to use it to your advantage. The best place for hair that is disheveled is in the roots, because essentially that's what we're doing when we tease it. I really don't wear my hair up. That's just not who I am. I like the drama. I like it down. It's doable to get a nice ponytail or a nice updo or a nice high bun. Like, it's achievable with crochet, but crochet is not the best extension style for you to wear if you want a more natural looking ponytail. For that, a sew-in would be something that would be better suited for you. So again, just gently separating the pieces. And once I get them to where they're like 3 or 4 fully separated strands, that's when I start pulling it apart toward the roots. Not too hard, because remember, you don't want to, you know, stretch the curl out of it, but that's all I'm doing. Sometimes I add extra hair if I need to. I don't really feel that I need to here, so that's not what I'm gonna do. Now also, when I want to see what my hair looks like from behind, what I do is pull this part up, because this is the part that when it falls down to here, this is what people see when they're behind you. So I always make sure that I pull this part up and make sure everything looks good. Even if I don't really get to the middle in the back, I just need at least that top row to look like something. I feel like a lot of this stuff is simple, but we make it harder than it has to be. But that's okay, that's why I'm here. So now, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about wedding hair. Like, is this a hairstyle you would think is out of place at a wedding, or no girl, it's just hair, just do your own thing. I'm not in the wedding, I'm just a guest, so it really doesn't matter. But I just feel like this is a very casual, kind of everyday looking hairstyle. I really honestly probably don't even have to do, I might not even do anything much with it. But what I will do is some of these pieces in the front that look a little too, I'm gonna take care of those right now. I tend to make my curls in the front a little bit tighter than I make the curls as they graduate toward the back. Kinkier textures or tighter curl patterns tend to give you more coverage and more volume. And so what I'm doing is taking a Flexi-rod. I always curl away from my face, and I'm just gonna wrap it around the Flexi-rod till I get to the very end. I probably should clip the rest of my hair out the way, like so. And take my Babyliss, Babyliss, and I'm just gonna tappity tap tap a couple of times. Not a lot, it doesn't take long. Then you can just slide your curl off and you got a brand new curl. Now, am I gonna recurl every single piece of my hair? No, I'm really gonna concentrate like on the front. First of all, I'm late and I don't have time, and that's my fault. A little tease, a little, hit it with the comb. And now I'm gonna wrap it. Try to wrap it as thoroughly around as you can, because you don't want a whole bunch of straight ends. All right, y'all, so for this part I had to get my mouth out. I mean my mic, Lord Jesus. Please disregard any weird faces I make while I'm doing this. I am still very much traumatized from the hot comb and the flat iron from when I was a kid. But what I want you to pay attention to is that I'm using different color Flexi-rods so I can get different diameter of curls. Some will be tiny, some will be small, some will be medium, and some will be medium. I'm trying to play up on the fact that natural curls come in different sizes. No one curl is the same on your actual natural hair. So I'm using different size rollers to emulate that effect in natural hair. This is a pretty old video, so I think the only step that I wasn't doing at this time is where I use my hand to hold on to the curl before I unwrap it, because I'm trying to transfer some of the heat out of the hair. So the thing with synthetic hair is, since it's shaped and curled by heat, if you leave too much heat on the hair as you remove the roller, the curl can drop. So you don't want to take the Flexi-rod or the roller or whatever it is that you're using to curl it. You don't want to remove that while the hair is still hot from the flat iron. You want to kind of cup it with your hand for it to cool down just a touch, just a piece, and then you want to remove it. Because what's the point in doing all of that wrapping and tapping if it's just going to fall out as soon as you're done? But anywho, this is where we are. Can you see the difference between this and this? It's just a slight refreshment. It really kind of didn't need it. I'm just trying to make it a little bit neater for the wedding. So yeah, I know you've probably been told that once the crochet hair gets old, it's time to take it out. But that's a fucking lie. It's a lie. It was a scheme that Todd set up. Just recurl it. Now, additionally, I wanted to show y'all a different curl pattern and why I'm using different material to curl it. This is a Kinky Curly install, so she needs something that has like a tighter, like a smaller diameter, so that I could match the way that the hair came in the package. I didn't have smaller Flexi-rods, so I had to get spicy, y'all. I had to use what I had. This is how I ended up using a chopstick. I always tell y'all, be creative, use what you have, don't waste your money on a whole bunch of stuff. Try different things and see how it turns out. That's what I do, and that's how I'm able to achieve
all these different looks and find all of these different techniques. I just be trying stuff, y'all. I don't be knowing what I'm doing. I mean, I be knowing, but I still be trying stuff. So let me know in the comments if you would like to see a more in-depth video about the different ways that I curl and recurl my crochet hair when it gets old. Okay, I know I lied because I said I wasn't going to redo the whole head. I think I really did end up doing the whole head because I just wanted it to look like a unanimous decision, if that makes sense. I wanted everything to be cohesive. So I did the whole head. This is how it came out. I was wedding ready, y'all. Let me know what y'all think down below in the comments. And if you try this technique, make sure you come back and let me know how it goes. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do that now. Drop a like and comment down below. I will talk to y'all in the next video. Bye.